to radically transform our economy and our society to stop this crisis and protect human civilization as we know it.
Well, I think it is man-made. I think it's clearly man-made.
As you know, Congresswoman, one reason that people who are politically conservative are skeptical of efforts to combat climate change is that it sounds to them like it requires massive government intervention, which they just don't like. Are you prepared to put on the table that, yes, actually, they're right. What this requires is massive government intervention?
It does. It does. Yeah, I have no problem saying that. Why? Because we have tried their approach for 40 years. For 40 years, we tried to let the private sector take care of it. They said, we got this. We can do this. The forces of the market are going to force us to innovate, except for the fact that there's a little thing in economics called externalities. And what that means is that a corporation can dump pollution in the river and they don't have to pay for it, and taxpayers have to pay for cleaning up our air, cleaning up our water, and saving the planet. And so we've already been paying the costs, except we have not been getting any of the benefit. And so what we're here to say is that government is not just for cleaning up other people's mess, but it's also for building solutions in places where the private sector will not.
School children fighting for their future.
In front of Feinstein.
With homemade signs and spirited passion. Inside Senator Dianne Feinstein's San Francisco office Friday, they ask her to vote yes on the controversial and ambitious climate change policy known as the Green New Deal.
We are trying to ask you to vote yes on the Green New Deal. Please.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We have our own Green New Deal.
What happens next became a viral social media moment.
The government is supposed to be for the people and by the people.
You come in here and you say it has to be my way or the highway. I don't respond to that.
The children's voices and Feinstein's tone have been amplified by the Sunrise Movement, a well-oiled advocacy group that engages young people in the fight to stop climate change. With growing influence in Washington, the group posted the entire meeting on Facebook, then shared an edited 2-minute version on Twitter. The senator is now being widely criticized for dismissing the children in moments like this.
You're supposed to listen to us. That's your
How old are
your
you?
job.
How old
I'm
are
16.
You?
I
Well,
can't
you didn't vote for me.
Well, I'm voting for
It doesn't matter. We're the ones that be impacted.
Feinstein's office tells CNN they have no objection to the video posted online. The senator said in a statement, quote, "I want the children to know they were heard loud and clear. I have been and remain committed to doing everything I can to enact real, meaningful climate change legislation." A look at the longer version of the video shows the Senate since 1992 explaining the necessity of compromise in politics.
So the key to good legislation is to tailor something that you write so that it can pass.
Feinstein says she has an alternative to the Green New Deal that has a much better chance of passing. As the group leaves her office, visibly frustrated, she hands them copies of the proposal she's preparing for Congress and encourages the children to read that before criticizing her.
We are trying to ask you to vote yes on the Green New Deal. Please.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We have our own Green New Deal.
Some scientists have said that we have 12 years to turn this around.
Well, it's not going to get turned around in 10 years. What we can do,
Senator, if
is
this doesn't get turned around
ourselves-
in 10 years, you're looking at the faces of the people who are going to be living with these
Guess what?
consequences.
The government is supposed to be for the people and by the people and all
You know
for the
what's
people.
interesting about this group is I've been doing this for 30 years. I know what I'm doing. You come in here and you say it has to be my way or the highway. I don't respond to that. I've gotten elected. I just ran. I was elected by almost 1 million vote plurality. And I know what I'm doing. So, you know, maybe people should listen a little bit.
I hear what you're saying, but we're the people who voted you. You're supposed to listen to us. That's your
How old are you?
job.
How old
I'm
are you?
16. I
Well,
can't
you didn't vote for me.
Well, I'm 24.
It doesn't matter. We're the ones who's going to be
Words mean
impacted.
something.
It doesn't matter. We're going to be the ones who are impacted.
I understand that. I have 7 grandchildren. I understand it very well.
Senator, the cost of
And-
not taking this action is far higher than the cost of what the Green New Deal will be. And there
Here's
is
what-
enormous popularity for this bill around
Okay.
the whole country.
Here's
And we're
what
asking you to
we
be
are
brave and
proposing.
do this for us and for your grandchildren.
Get enough for everyone. I'm trying to do the best I can, which was to write a responsible resolution.
Any plan that doesn't
has-
take bold,
Okay.
transformative action is not going to be what we need.
Well, you know better than I do. So I think one day you should run for the Senate.
Great.
And then you do it your way.
But by that time,
In the meantime,
there's
I just won a big election.